Some moments were never meant to be seen, yet the camera caught everything. People moving faster than humanly possible, impossible feats of strength, and abilities that defy logic. Were these real-life superheroes, or something even stranger? One thing's certain, they had no idea they were being watched. Near a construction site, something unbelievable was caught on camera. A man casually lifted a 4-ton truck and pushed it aside as if it weighed nothing, like moving a chair. No human, no matter how strong, could do that so effortlessly. Witnesses stood frozen, unable to process what they had just seen. Some believed he had some kind of supernatural ability, while others wondered if he was even human at all. If that's the case, then what exactly was he? Wind manipulator. An anonymous video surfaced online showing a girl casually demonstrating an unusual talent to her friend. With just a few hand gestures, the wind seemed to move at her command. Leaves shifted, and a nearby gate swung open in sync with her motions. It wasn't random. The pattern was too precise, almost like she was controlling the air itself. Some believe she had aerokinesis, the power to manipulate wind with her mind. If that's true, then human abilities might be far greater than we ever imagined. Impossible lift. No wires, no tricks, just raw strength. A man was caught on camera lifting a Mercury Grand Marquis like it was nothing. That car is not lightweight, yet he picked it up effortlessly. At first, people thought it was some kind of performance act, but there was no setup, no stage. He just lifted the car and walked away as if it was no big deal. Either he possessed strength beyond human limits, or that car wasn't as normal as it seemed. Telekinetic cart. In broad daylight, something strange was caught on camera. A man stood near a footpath, seemingly separated from his cart, but before anyone could step in to help, he casually extended his hand, and the cart moved toward him on its own. No strings, no remote control, just pure mystery. Some tried to dismiss it as a trick, but he had nothing in his hands. Was it telekinesis? Or had we just witnessed someone with an ability beyond explanation? Real Spider-Girl. Everyone's seen Spider-Man climb walls in movies, but this time, a college student pulled off something just as unreal. During a break, she casually scaled the side of a building. No ropes, no support, just pure agility. The video went viral, shocking everyone who saw it. But here's where it gets strange. The next day, she never showed up to class. No one knew where she went. Some say she had a secret she wasn't ready to share, and maybe she never will. Phantom soldiers. Hotel security couldn't believe their eyes. Surveillance footage showed a guest stepping out of his room, facing off against what looked like soldiers, except no military force had entered the building. Then, with just 3 swift movements, the soldiers collapsed, as if struck by an invisible force. No impact, no sound, just pure, unexplainable power. Who was this man? And more importantly, were those even real soldiers? Boy who defied gravity. A surreal video took the internet by storm, showing a boy floating effortlessly in midair, in an open desert, with tourists watching in shock. He rose higher and higher as if gravity had simply let him go. Surrounding him were fans blasting in all directions, yet instead of being pushed down, he seemed to hover weightlessly. Some suggested the air altered his body's density, making him lighter, but others weren't so sure. Was this science, an illusion, or something far beyond our understanding? Whatever the case, this footage raised more questions than answers. Firegate. A man stood alone, thinking no one was watching. The CCTV told a different story. At first, he was just blowing fire until the flames shifted, twisted, and expanded into something unnatural. It wasn't just fire. It was a gateway, a portal to somewhere else. Before anyone could process what they were seeing, He stepped closer, then vanished. Maybe people with extraordinary abilities walk among us every day. We just don't notice. Real speedster. Blink and you'll miss this encounter. A grainy black and white video has sparked a wild debate. The footage shows a man sprinting not against another runner, but alongside a speeding train. He didn't fall behind, didn't struggle. He just kept up with ease. His speed wasn't normal, not even close. Was this an unknown human ability, a hidden talent, or proof that some people possess powers beyond our understanding? Whatever the truth is, this clip has left many questioning what's really possible. Mysterious Houdini. This mystery still hasn't been solved. A man watching the news spotted something weird. In the background of an interview, an old man in white clothes appeared out of nowhere, walked a few steps, and then vanished. Just like that. Replaying the footage didn't help. It only raised more questions. The strangest part? No one around him reacted, as if they never saw him. A glitch? A time traveler? Or something beyond human logic? The mystery remains unsolved. Telekinetic employee. Don't go near this cabin. A normal day at the office turned into a horror story when an employee's strange behavior caught the owner's attention. Shouts echoed from a cabin, and when the owner peeked inside, he saw something terrifying. The worker, overcome with anger, pushed a computer without even touching it. Then, as if that wasn't enough, he shut the door with just his eyes. The police took him away, but the truth that followed was even creepier. The cabin was haunted. Phasing through. This chilling video from the past has left people stunned. It captured a tall individual walking straight through a metal fence, like it wasn't even there. The old lady stopped, expecting to cross it on the other side herself, but no chance in a million years. No one could explain what really happened, making this one of the most baffling moments ever caught on camera. Floating neighbor. A peaceful neighborhood turned into a scene from a horror movie when a man was spotted hovering above his house without any support. He wasn't just floating, he was twisting and flipping in the air, almost as if he was showing off. The police arrived, expecting to deal with a simple stunt, but no one could figure out how to bring him down. Rumors spread fast. Was he a ghost, or had he unlocked abilities beyond human limits? Real Spider Boy. An anonymous video took the internet by storm, showing a boy scaling his house like it was nothing. No ropes, no support, just his bare hands and feet moving up the walls, as if gravity didn't apply to him. It looked like something straight out of a superhero movie. Some believed it was pure skill, while others wondered if real-life superpowers were no longer just fiction. Flying shadow. A chilling CCTV clip from April 1st, 2012 has resurfaced, and it's freaking people out. Two men were leaving a shopping mall when a shadow zipped past them at impossible speed. Curious, they checked the footage. What did they see? A small figure floating midair. Slowing it down only made it creepier. Was it a ghost? A child with unnatural abilities? No one knows for sure, but the eerie sight still haunts those who've seen it. Delayed shadow. A couple's shadow art experiment took an eerie turn when they placed their hands together under a glowing bulb. Everything seemed normal until they let go. The woman's shadow faded as expected, but the man's shadow didn't just linger. It vanished instantly, as if reality had glitched. For a brief moment, it felt like the shadow world was out of sync with their own. Some dismissed it as a camera malfunction, but others weren't so sure. Could an unseen force have tampered with their shadows? Or was something else lurking in the room, altering reality in a way no one could explain? Unusual missing case. This footage is very strange. A man rushed into the police station with panic in his voice. His father and baby had disappeared. Investigators combed through security footage, uncovering something beyond belief. As the two walked down their driveway, a shadowy figure emerged out of nowhere and in an instant, both were gone. Witnesses were left shaken, some claiming it was a spirit, others believing it was something far more sinister. Despite desperate searches, no trace of them was ever found. Their sudden disappearance remains a chilling mystery, with no clue as to where they went, or if they'll ever return. Unmoved stone. A quiet gathering turned extraordinary when a man stood before a half-buried stone, hands raised, his eyes locked in deep focus. Without touching it, the ground trembled, dust swirled, and the stone lifted, floating as if under an invisible force. The crowd gasped, watching an act that defied explanation. No wires, no machines, just sheer concentration. Some thought he had harnessed an ancient power, while skeptics searched for a logical answer. But to this day, no one has uncovered the truth behind what really happened that day. Supergirl. She has superpowers? A mysterious girl, her identity concealed, uploaded a jaw-dropping video that left viewers stunned. In the clip, she carefully chose a spot before stopping, as if sensing something unseen. Then, without warning, she lifted off the ground, hovering as though gravity had no hold on her. Even more bizarre, the stick she was holding floated alongside her, as if caught in the same strange force. Many speculated it was a levitation trick, but no one has been able to find her or explain how she did it. To this day, her secret remains untouched. Unseen force. Not all supermarkets are the same. A routine shopping trip turned bizarre when a man's cart began rolling toward a young girl. But instead of dodging it, she casually waved her hand and the cart changed direction on its own. The man stopped, eyes wide, unsure of what he had just witnessed. Was it a trick of the mind, a coincidence, or something else entirely? Some whispered about hidden abilities, while others wondered if she was even human at all. Whatever the explanation, that ordinary day in the supermarket became one people wouldn't soon forget. Liquid manipulation. Excitement filled the air as a man stepped into a river, but instead of sinking, he remained standing right on the water's surface. He didn't hesitate, taking step after step as if walking on solid ground. Onlookers could hardly believe their eyes, and soon, news spread like wildfire. This could have been an unknown ability or something divine, because later, a similar event was reported in India, where another man appeared to defy physics by walking across a lake. With more cases like this emerging, it's clear that the world still hides some truly astonishing mysteries. Leaf gatherer. Some things are so strange they almost seem staged, until a security camera catches them. In this eerie clip, a man waved his hands, and the leaves scattered around him began to move, gathering into a neat pile as if drawn by an unseen force. It looked like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Yet the video showed no signs of trickery. Even weirder, another man stood close by, completely unfazed, as if he had seen this before. Was this telekinesis, or was there another explanation? Whatever the case, it left people questioning what's truly possible. Office telekinesis. A regular office meeting took a bizarre turn when something completely unexpected happened. The security camera captured 3 colleagues in discussion when one of the women casually gestured toward a phone lying on the table. Without a single touch, the phone slid toward the edge, shocking everyone in the room. The man quickly picked it up, checking for any wires or tricks, before slipping it into his pocket. The cameras didn't record sound, but their reaction said it all. Something strange had just happened. Whether this was a hidden skill or an unexplained force at play, it was clear that this was no ordinary day at work. Ring of mystery. A crowd of people were going about their day when something unbelievable happened. An eerie, ring-shaped flash appeared in midair, right above the sidewalk. Before anyone could react, a person leaped out of it and bolted down the street, vanishing into the city. Surveillance footage captured everything, leaving viewers baffled. Some think this was proof of time travel, a brief glimpse into something beyond human understanding. With more strange occurrences happening worldwide, it's hard not to wonder what other secrets might be slipping through the cracks of reality. Phantom driver. A routine traffic stop turned into something out of a sci-fi movie when an officer pulled over a suspicious vehicle. As he approached, something felt off. There was no driver inside. The car remained still until the officer got too close. That's when his entire body suddenly lit up, and within seconds, he collapsed to the ground. Before anyone could react, the car drove away on its own. Witnesses watching the footage were left in shock. Glitches in reality. Traffic was moving as usual when something unexplainable happened. A truck suddenly swerved at an impossible angle, and at the exact same moment, a woman in a white coat appeared out of thin air. She walked away calmly, completely unaffected, while onlookers tried to make sense of what they had just seen. A similar incident was caught on camera in Thailand when a child materialized in the middle of the road without any warning. Whether these were portal travelers, glitches in reality, or perfectly timed illusions, one thing is certain: some things simply can't be explained. Phantom cyclist. Uploaded in late 2012 from Russia, this video shows a group of men casually talking when something bizarre happens. Out of nowhere, a man on a bicycle appears behind one of them and rides away. The weird part? No one saw him until that exact moment. Some think he was always there, just blocked from view, but others swear he appeared out of thin air. The footage sparked debates about reality glitches and hidden dimensions. Whether it was an optical trick or something far stranger, this clip remains one of the most puzzling ones out there. Vanished in light.
It's the doorbell camera video that's raising a lot of questions today. A man walks out of a house, and in an instant, it looks like he's beamed up to outer space.
A man stepped out of his house, and in the blink of an eye, he was gone, completely erased in a sudden flash of light. The footage spread like wildfire, with people convinced it was proof of an alien abduction. But later, the man himself claimed it was just a video glitch, a malfunction that caused the illusion. Even with that explanation, many weren't convinced. Was it really just a technical error, or had something more mysterious taken place? Whatever the truth may be, this strange event left plenty of people questioning what they had just seen. Disappearing stranger. A Ring camera captured something truly unsettling. A man was walking past a house when, without warning, he simply vanished. 1 second he was there, the next gone, as if he had never existed. Some chalked it up to a camera glitch, but others weren't so sure. Could this have been an unknown entity shifting between forms? Maybe something more sinister was at play, whether it was a technological failure or something far more bizarre. The footage remains one of the most chilling cases of unexplained disappearances caught on camera. Frozen in time. A man was walking down the street when he noticed something odd. A woman standing completely still on the opposite sidewalk. She didn't blink, shift, or even breathe, as if time had stopped just for her. He pulled out his camera, recording as he waited to see if she would move. After an eerily long pause, she finally did. Some say she was simply zoning out, but others believe she was caught in a real-life glitch, momentarily stuck between moments. Whether it was a bizarre prank or something beyond explanation, this eerie sight left viewers questioning reality itself. Guardian stranger. A man was walking past a shop when he suddenly reached out and tapped the shopkeeper's shoulder. The moment the shopkeeper turned around, a heavy boom barrier dropped just inches from where he had been standing. It was a near miss, too close to be a coincidence. Some believe the stranger knew exactly what was coming, stepping in like a real-life guardian angel. Did he sense the danger before it happened? Or was this proof of something beyond human awareness? Whatever the case, this split-second act may have saved a life. Creepy robbery footage. CCTV footage from a robbery case took a bizarre turn when something unexplainable happened. A thief lunged at his target, but before he could strike, something unseen tackled him to the ground. The man scrambled to his feet and ran away in terror, while the strange figure calmly returned to his body. The footage spread fast, with many convinced it was his own spirit stepping in to stop him. Was it a supernatural warning, or had he just witnessed a force beyond our understanding? Either way, not all unseen beings seem to be out for harm. Some might just be keeping an eye on us. Invisible brawl. A man was hanging out in his apartment when something weird outside his window grabbed his attention. Down on the street, another man was in the middle of what looked like a serious fight, but with no one else around. He threw punch after punch into empty air, ducking and dodging as if he was locked in battle with something unseen. Then, he started talking to it, like he was arguing with an invisible opponent. Some say he might have been hallucinating, but others believe he was seeing something the rest of us couldn't. Frozen figures. A man visiting a park stumbled upon something unnerving. Two women standing near a fence, frozen like statues. They didn't talk, blink, or move a muscle, as if time had stopped just for them. At first, people brushed it off as a coincidence, but as minutes passed, the eerie stillness became impossible to ignore. Some whispered that something on the other side of the fence had trapped them with an unseen force. Others believed they had fallen under some kind of spell. Whatever held them in place that day might still be lurking, waiting for its next unsuspecting victim. Phantom arrival. A driver was cruising along the road when he saw something that made his stomach drop. A man on the footpath was casually taking off his jacket when, out of nowhere, a boy in a red shirt appeared right beside him. There was no sign of the boy before. He just materialized in an instant. Without hesitation, the man handed his jacket to the boy and kept walking like nothing had happened. The driver, still in shock, couldn't explain what he had just witnessed. This looked like some kind of shift in reality, or maybe something not entirely human just made itself known. Haunted hotel. A hotel owner was baffled when several late-night employees suddenly quit without warning. Determined to find out why, he checked the security footage, and what he saw left him shaken. One clip showed a waiter arranging chairs when an unseen force yanked him backward, sending him tumbling to the floor. Another showed the manager greeting someone at the entrance, but no one was actually there. Even pedestrians claimed they saw figures moving inside locked, empty rooms. With no logical explanation and a growing sense of dread, the owner had no choice but to shut the place down, at least until whatever was lurking inside decided to leave. Unnatural movement. At a busy restaurant, a man casually recorded his surroundings until he noticed something he couldn't explain. A woman standing in line acted strangely, glancing around as if making sure no one was watching. Then, without warning, she bent her legs backward in a way that defied human anatomy. It wasn't a simple stretch. It was as if her bones weren't bones at all. The people around her didn't react, but she had no idea someone had caught everything on camera. Was she simply double-jointed, or was there something far more unnatural about her? Some believe whatever she wasn't entirely human. Wife gone. A couple was enjoying a peaceful night by their swimming pool when a strange light appeared in the sky. At first, they watched in fascination, unaware of what was about to happen. Then, in a split second, the wife was gone, vanished into thin air. The force was so strong that her husband was knocked to the ground. When he got up, she was nowhere to be seen. Authorities searched for her, but there was no sign of where she went or how she disappeared. Many believe she was taken by something not of this world. If that's true, the real question is, why did they choose her? And will they come back for more? Invisible portal? A home security camera captured something that left people speechless. A man was strolling down the street, nothing out of the ordinary, until he suddenly froze, looked around, and bolted. Then, in an instant, he was gone. The way he moved, almost as if stepping through an invisible doorway, had viewers questioning reality itself. Some insisted it was a camera glitch, but others believed he was something else entirely, something not meant to be seen. If that's true, then one question remains. Was he the only one slipping between worlds? The Vanishing Woman. From his balcony, a man saw something impossible. A woman stood outside, talking to nothing. Then, without warning, a portal appeared, just like the ones seen in UFO encounters, rumored to be gateways to other dimensions. As he tried to make sense of it, she was suddenly pulled in. The portal vanished, and she was gone. No one has come forward claiming to know her. No missing reports. Nothing. Some believe she wasn't from here at all, just a visitor passing through. Glowing Savior. On September 5th, 2012, in China, a truck and a bike were on a collision course at an intersection. Just as disaster seemed inevitable, something shocking happened. Out of nowhere, a man appeared, his hands glowing, and in an instant, he moved the entire bike to safety. His speed was beyond human, like he had stepped right out of a sci-fi movie. Some believe he was the biker's guardian angel, while others think this was something far more mysterious. Guardian Angel. A busy road, a little girl crossing, and two speeding cars. Disaster seemed unavoidable. She barely dodged the first car, but the second was heading straight for her. Then, in a blink, a figure appeared, grabbed her, and placed her safely on the other side. The stunned driver hit the brakes, rushing over, but the girl was completely fine. Was this a guardian angel, a spirit, or something else entirely? Whatever it was, it stepped in at exactly the right moment. Phantom Intruder. On the night of January 30th, 2016, a hooded man approached a locked shop. The security guard on duty barely paid attention until he checked the footage later. What he saw, they didn't know a camera was watching them. Some moments were never meant to be seen, yet the camera caught everything. People moving faster than humanly possible. Impossible feats of strength, abilities that defy logic. Were these real-life superheroes, or even stranger? One thing's certain, they had no idea they were being watched. Superhuman strength. Near a construction, something unbelievable was caught on camera. A man casually lifted a 4-ton truck and pushed it aside if it weighed nothing. Moving a chair. No human, no matter how strong, could do that so effortlessly. Witnesses stood frozen, unable to process what they had just seen. Some believed he had some kind of supernatural ability, while others one was even human at all. If that's the case, then what exactly was he? Windmulator. An anonymous video surfaced online showing a girl casually demonstrating an unusual talent to her friend. With just a few hand gestures, the wind seemed to move at her command. Shifted, and a nearby gate swung open in sync with her motion. It wasn't random. The pattern was too precise, almost like she was... Uncontainable power. In the busy streets of Kyoto, a photographer was capturing images of a model when something unusual caught his attention. Nearby, a young man stood with an eerie blue glow radiating from his hands, as if he was holding some kind of energy. But the moment he noticed the camera on him, he panicked and bolted. The photographer chased after him, weaving through the crowd. But just as the man disappeared behind a passing bus, he was gone. Had he simply outrun the camera, or did he possess something beyond human ability? Maybe some people walk among us with powers we were never meant to witness. Subscribers' pick of the day. Just when you think you've seen it all, something like this comes along to prove otherwise. A man recorded 2 individuals casually lifting a full-sized car each with just one hand. No struggle, no equipment, just raw, effortless strength. The way they moved it, as if it weighed nothing, had people questioning reality. Some speculated it was a trick, while others believed these men possessed supernatural abilities. Whatever the case, one thing is clear. This level of power is far from ordinary. Could they be something more than human? Comment below, and thank you for watching.